guys. Good
Good morning. Magandang umaga.
Good morning.
Mayang buntag.
Good morning, everyone. Say good morning from Batchoy. Ay. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Oh, there's nobody there.
It says there's 4 people here. 8 people now.
Well, I don't see their thumbs.
Oh, hang on a second. Let me do something here. Let me switch this over. All right, there we go. Now we can see Mike and Marichu. Is that how you say it? Marichu. Hello, Mike. Hello, Marichu. Marai. Hope I'm saying that right. Franco Anthony, good morning. Matt 04, hi from West New York. Vincent, hello. James L, hello. Hi, what's up? What's up, Steve? Morning from Reno, Nevada. Good morning, Reno, Nevada. Ryan Dubs, hello. Good morning. Thomas Stewart, hi from PA. Hey, it's PA is in the house.
Okay.
Ricky, hey, Ricky, good morning to you, Ricky. Entertainment here. After 2 years, I learned this the hard way. Love the channel. Thank you. Thank you, Entertainment. Hi, good to see you here. Roy, good. Thanks for joining the chat. Good morning. Las Vegas. David's from Australia. Hello, Australia. Land down under. Major Trad, good morning. Watching from Southern California, South California. What's up from Ilu, Washington? Not sure where that is. Good morning, Paul R. Martin. Good morning. Good morning, 6549 Harry from Florida. Fresno, California is here. Jim says he will be with the wife full-time in September in Pasag.
Where?
Pasag. You need to go.
Pasig.
We need to go for a scooter ride. Pasig.
It's in Manila.
Oh, Manila.
You know the Pasig have a song before.
Pasig has a what?
Song.
Oh.
Anak ng Pasig naman kayo, kalat doon, kalat dito.
All right. Now I know.
Yeah, because used to be Pasig was, I don't know if it's still going on now, but used to be Pasig was a lot of trash. There's one celebrity sing that song. It's about the people like throwing.
Says we're spinning. Says we're spinning. Let me check up. Let me see. Is it proper to tip someone if they tell you about it, play rent, and you rent it? It's up to you, Mike. It's up to you if you want to tip a person. I guess it all depends, like a truck driver or.
Yeah, but you are not obligated.
Yeah.
It's all about up to you.
Yeah.
You're not obligated to give everything and tipping someone. It's just all up to you.
Yeah. It's up to the person. Yeah, it's up to you. I always say the easiest way to find a rental here is just walk around. It says we're spinning. You guys let me know if we're still online. It says we are. It's still counting away. Hey, good morning, Clyde Seaside. David is watching from Upper Peninsula of Michigan. Good morning from Toronto, Canada. Hi from Las Vegas.
Ooh,
Denny, hey, Denny B. How you doing, Denny? Texas. Denny, you ain't Texas.
Huh?
Denny says he's from Texas, but he's not in Texas. Jess Barrett, good morning. Good morning, Jess Barrett. Getting better, okay. Yeah, internet here is iffy at times. If you live here, you know that. If you visit here, you know that.
Good morning. First time here from Jim Alba. Welcome to our chat.
Good morning from Balibago. That's about right. Denny's in Balibago.
Hello, Balibago.
Do I know any single women in Angeles looking for a boyfriend?
Oh.
I'm sure there's plenty of single women, not only in Angeles, but all over looking for a boyfriend.
I was looking for
Jem Albao. Good morning. First time here. Thanks for joining us. Glad you could join us. Hello from the Lone Star State. Roberto Rodriguez. Hello, Roberto. Freeman, hi guys. You're struggling with the heat. I wish it was there. I'm struggling with the cold here in New Zealand. New Zealand?
Yeah.
New Zealand.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, I would rather deal with the heat than the cold. Especially now we have the air conditioning. Even if you don't have air conditioning here, you know, you can always go to the mall, go into the mall, SM, walk around, get into air conditioning that way. And the thing is, the heat eventually goes away. Like I always say, when it gets hot here in the summertime, you know, back in the States, you know, you'd get a couple days in a row where you get the heat index up over 100, humidity and all that. Here it's just nonstop, day after day after day. Well, yeah, I'll take it. I'll take the heat. Your online resolution is terrible, but you're online. Okay. I'm not getting any signals now telling us that we are spinning or our internet connection is low. So good morning from Saudi Arabia. Arabia. I guess that R T, yeah. R's next to the T. I think he hit the T by accident. I was going to go out and find a girlfriend, but my wife won't let me. All right, guys. So you know what? I named this video, this chat, "Finding Love in the Philippines: Beauty versus Kindness versus Gold Diggers." Being here and seeing people and getting, you know, subscribers, you know, always sending me messages and stuff. I mean, it's one of those things. I mean, you got guys, man, they just, excuse me, they, with a Filipino's beauty, period. And that's it. All they're looking at is beauty. And, you know, that can be dangerous. You know, here's a story, and here's a perfect example. We know somebody,
Yeah.
and Lit knows the story more than I do. This guy fell in love with this woman, excuse me, and he's like, "Oh, she's so beautiful, she's so beautiful, she's so beautiful." And he said, "I'm going to marry her, I'm going to marry her, I'm going to marry her." And what did the woman say?
I don't love you.
Yeah. She flat out told him, "I don't love you." And he said, "I don't care. I'm going to find a way to, you know, that you're going to love me and you're going to fall in love." Look knows the story more than I do.
"I will do everything that you're going to love me someday."
Yeah.
But the woman flat out told him when he proposed, like, he said, like, "I don't love you, Ken."
Yeah. And why she married him? I don't know. Maybe, Jess, you're right. Beauty can cost. This guy, I mean, he's just, I feel bad for the guy because he's a super nice guy, but I don't feel bad for him because, you know what? He's blind. He's blind. I mean, this woman is just milking him. And he's afraid that he's going to lose his beautiful wife because he can't financially provide for her and give to her and give her everything she wants. And like I said, I feel bad because he's a nice guy, but I don't feel bad because he's blind. And here's the thing, they have a daughter, so she'll dangle the daughter over his head, and it's just a mess. I mean, you know what? There are. I mean,
There are a lot of horror story from the movie.
yeah. I mean, and there are tons and tons and tons of beautiful women here. Some you got to understand something. Not all Filipino women want foreigners. They don't.
You do that. The one thing I know that kind of things because where I have my store right now, the back, most of them are like having like foreigner boyfriend. And of course, because I was there, I can see them 24 hours, and I know what they're doing. But I
Yeah.
can't do anything because they're old enough to think. I can only advise them, but it's still their choice.
Yeah, not like I said, not all Filipino women here want a foreigner as a boyfriend. I mean, sometimes I'll just sit and laugh. I'll sit and laugh sometimes. We might be eating somewhere. We might be in a mall somewhere. We might be doing something. And you'll see these, and these know it. They know they are beautiful.
Mm.
And they'll sit there and they'll get the head perfectly right, the hair perfectly right, the lips perfectly right. They'll get that camera up there and they'll and they'll just snap away. And to me, I mean, I kind of laugh and I kind of think it's funny to see that. But some of these girls, man, they know they are good-looking girls. Now, don't get me wrong. I mean, you have good-looking girls. I mean, like model-looking girls running around, and they are good people. They're good, kind-hearted people. But yeah, I just kind of laugh when I see stuff like that. And then here's the thing. You know, you get the guys. They fall in love with these Filipinos that are, you know, extremely good looking and gorgeous and everything. And then, you know, they bring them back to the States. Now, you got to understand something. As a male here in the Philippines, you are the gold. You are the hot one. You are the one. You're the hot commodity. You know, you're the sought after one. So what happens is you get these guys, they'll Filipino women to the States, and then later on down the road, the woman says, you know, well, I really don't want a older guy, really getting by. Now here she is, she's in the States, she's a good-looking woman. The younger are attracted to her. These guys with money are attracted to her. And then it becomes a mess. It becomes a mess. I've seen that. I've seen it many a times here. Connection is unstable. Spinning away again. Sorry, guys. Arrived back in the USA. Jody, how you doing? Buffering. Everybody wants a meal ticket, but true love is more than skin deep. Traveling through it out, and a lot of women just wanted a good working man. I will not cheat and love them to be good. That's right. Yeah. How we doing, guys? Hope we're still on.
Winning.
You are okay now. Okay, good. Better internet, guys. You know what? Like I said, the internet is the internet here. You can't do anything about it. It's hit or miss. You know, usually in the morning it's good. So,
like I said, one thing I can advise someone when you're going to have a love or you like someone something overseas, I would prefer not to be showing with the woman. Just like don't show them how much money you have. Oh, I have this, I have that. I'm more prepared telling the woman like, oh, I don't have this, I don't have this, and let's see if the woman will stick to you. Because if the woman will stick to you, then he really true love you.
Yeah.
She really true love you. Because when I first met Brian, he already told me from the beginning, I'm not rich. I'm not rich.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not rich. let's put it this way. Somebody said, I'm not rich, but I know how to budget my money.
Yeah.
I think it was something like that. So, but yeah. And then you have here's what I find funny too, especially living up here. You have these guys that come here, they're looking for these girls, they're 350 pounds, half their teeth are gone. They shower once a week, and then they get picky on what girl they're going to be with or date here.
Oh,
I find that funny. I find it silly, because you know what? Go back to your country, and what options do you have there? I find it completely silly. Now, a dude like that, he won't take any girl back to his own country, because he knows he ain't going to be able to keep her. Simple as that. There's no way he's going to keep her. But I find those guys funny too. Then you have the ones here. They're just a kind-hearted Filipino, and they're just a good person. They put themselves out there. They put their hearts out there. They put their emotions out there. And then what happens is, they get
choose
somebody.
the wrong person.
They choose the wrong person. I have one guy who just sent me an email here recently, and he was saying how he met this woman online. They talk every day for so many hours or so many minutes or whatever. And then he said all of a sudden she started asking for money, which is the gold digger part. And, now she won't talk to him because he doesn't want to help send money. That's the gold digger part. But then you got the woman who, the guy comes here, and the guy just treats him bad. At first everything is good, everything is great, and then, they go back to their country, and then they come back, and then the guy starts treating them bad. And the girls what they do is they fall completely in love with these guys. And then when the guy leaves them, or the guy, finds another girlfriend or whatever,
Like
these girls, some of them are like devastated.
Like my neighbor?
Yeah, like our neighbor. Like she was completely devastated.
Oh, she was so naive to fall in love with the wrong person. Like even the guy bring girl, she still closed her eyes. Remember that?
Yeah.
Oh boy.
I mean, this guy was such a dirtbag. He would bring other girls back to the apartment, and then he would tell her, "Oh, they're just friends." Now, come on, that's complete disrespect right there. But yeah, some of these girls, man, they'll get suicidal. They will really get suicidal because they put themselves out there, and then the foreigner uses them. The foreigner will use them. I need you to sign for this apartment, and then they sign for an apartment, and then 3 or 4 months down the road, the foreigner decides, "Oh, I'm leaving." Now the girl's not only devastated because the foreigner left, but they're stuck with this bill. And they don't have the money to pay for these apartments. Or a foreigner might say, "Oh, I need you to co-sign for a motorbike." And the foreigner gets the girl to co-sign, and then they up and leave. Now the girl's stuck with this payment on a motorcycle and stuff. They put themselves out there to the wrong person. But, if you find, like there's so many good, kind-hearted Filipinos out there. Some of them, they just find the wrong guy. And those are the stories you always hear about, the horror stories and the mess. It's crazy. But look, what do you think? What do you think, Liz?
What do I think for what?
Yeah, you'll give some input. Then we'll get to the gold digger.
Good sa input. What can I do?
Answer some questions if you want.
Answer. Okay, I gotta answer the question. Yeah, I already said my opinion about it, I don't think it's a good idea when you first met the woman that you don't even know to saying like, "Oh, I have this is what I have." this is how much money I make. This is, for me, it's better to tell the woman just like, I'm just a kind of simple woman, like a guy. I can afford to do things. I can afford to do this. So let's see if the person will stick to you, because if the person are willing to accept it, it means she's looking for a good relationship, not just because of your pocket. Now, one thing also, like I noticed that one, that's like there's a lot of women also use the guy for their benefits for some reason. This is Angeles.
That's the gold digger part.
No, this is not a gold digger. Like even they have a boyfriend, like the person, like I know this person because we used to be like the same apartment. We used to be also like know each other from the provinces, and we used to be like a friend before. But I don't think that's a good idea to be friend with someone like very like use very like using full with the person. He's really good. Like the person, I really like that guy also because he's very, very nice, as Brian said. But he's so naive for him. He's so naive for her. But I can't blame him. I can't blame him either. I can blame her either because he said from I told Brian from the beginning. She said that straight away that she don't love him, but she's still willing to marry him. So their marriage is very miserable. You can't tell the good happy family if one of you don't love each other. So that's the circumstances you're gonna deal with when you're marrying someone, and later or sooner you find out that she don't really love you the way you are, but she loved you for her own benefits and her on thinking that she make her own future. One thing I know why she married that person, because before, when that person was still working overseas in his country, he sent a lot of money. He sent two like big money. Like he buy he buy that person comes to money. So the woman thought like, oh, this guy have a lot of money, and then I know I can secure my future one day, because the guy sent like 80,000 a month for her. So she thought that's a good benefits for her future and her family. The bad thing is the guy retired early. He used to have a very nice job, but the bad thing is he quit
Yeah.
and he's not retired yet. So now she find out like I can get benefits on it.
Yeah.
Though their marriage is miserable.
My life in San Carlos City, Negros Occidental, Philippines. A good woman, find a good woman here. She would treat you like a king if you treat her with respect and
Love.
and love. Cooking, cleaning all day. You're right. Yeah. You. I mean, you've heard it from a lot of people that are married and are happily married and stuff. You know, the Filipino women will treat you excellent, like a king. Um, you know, if you treat them with respect and you treat them with kindness and everything, they will do the same thing back. Um, you treat them like crap, just like everywhere else. You know, they're gonna. Yeah. Here's the thing, I've seen it a lot here. You have Filipino women that are with guys and they treat them like crap. They're mentally abusive to them, physically abusive to them. They will turn around, they will go out and cheat on the women, and the women know it. They know it, but they won't leave them. Not like back in the United States, a woman's going to leave you, or wherever they're going to leave you.
There's still reason why they can't leave them. There's still reason even the woman, even the guy have treat her like emotionally and physically. The reason is either the person loves the guy and willing to accept whatever it's take, or the woman thinking, if I leave, how about my future?
Right, right. They worry about the future. But here's the thing. Take that same situation, that same couple, put them in another country, say like the United States, Germany, Australia, wherever. Let the dude do it to her there. You know what's going to happen? She's got options.
Exactly.
She can leave.
She have a lots of option because there's a lot of bachelor in other countries.
Yeah.
And she knows she was the hot community.
I know somebody right now. I don't personally know him, but I know the story and the situation. The guy brought the girl back to the States, treated her bad, treated her mean, did this, did that. She left. After so many years, she left. And then the guy sat and yelled and cried and said, oh, I gave her this, I gave her that, I gave her that. Well, yeah, you gave her a black eye, you gave her a bruised kidney. You know, that's what you gave the girl, and she got smart and left. But yeah, that it's different when the situation's different here. But anyway, let's get to the gold digger. The gold digger. First of all, if you're a foreigner and you come here to the Philippines and you're not, say you're average, you can get by, you can live here, but you're not like really rich, and you think that you're going to track down and find a very rich Filipino woman here, what's going to happen? It's not going to happen. 9 times out of 10, it's not going to happen, because a Filipino have money, and the money's in the family. Say the family has money, doctors, lawyers, whatever, politicians, whatever. They got a ton of money.
Come here, babe.
They usually don't want them marrying down, I guess you could say. They don't want you marrying down. And a lot of times they don't want them even marrying a foreigner.
Well, it depends. If the foreigner happen to have a lot of money.
If the foreigners, super, super rich, I'm sure they wouldn't mind. But I'm saying the average person, the average guy coming here that, like I said, has enough money to get by, but not rich. They're not, a lot of Filipino families, they want their
own life.
Children, they want to keep that Philippine bloodline going.
They want to get married with, well, don't get me wrong, not all of them are the same. Some of them, they're just good good families that they don't mind about who is their kids going to go and love for, as long they love each other. But most of them, some of them also, like, they want to get, like, if their kids is like in like doctor, lawyer, they want to marry also like a doctor, business person also.
Yeah.
That's reality.
Yeah. And then of course you got the female gold digger. We've all heard about them female gold diggers here. Which brings me to that one story where the guy was saying that he met this girl online, and I asked him how long he's been speaking to her. He said almost a year, and he said a couple months ago she had asked for money, and he played it smart and said, no, I don't have the money, but the girl kept talking to him, and then he found out she had like multiple Facebook accounts, and what should I do, and this and that. That's
the only thing I can advise.
That's a red flag, but he's so emotionally, drawn in to the girl. Another guy was telling me that he is sending money to a woman to help pay for the child's diapers and formula. I mean, that's a good thing to do, if that's where the money's going. But then he asked me how much it cost. And when I told him, he said, oh my God, I'm sending 4 times that much.
You're just sending like a formula or just a diaper because that's what you're looking for, or that's what you're promising for. You don't need to send 4 times that kind of money there. I have a daughter, and she's not breastfeeding on me even since.
Yeah.
And I know how much it's cost them. I always told them it depends what kind of brand they're buying for.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, there are the gold diggers out there. Like where our sorry store is.
Oh, there's a lot.
There's a lot of girls there, and they have boyfriends there, and they'll tell what they have. Foreigner boyfriends?
No, sometimes when I was like in there, like they have out there, then they always come to me. Oh, ate. They always call me then. And then at night, I will see them. Oh, no. In the morning, I will see them foreigner. Then later on, I see people.
They see a foreigner.
Foreigner come inside. Bibi, Bibi. Then they kiss. And then the foreigner left. The Filipino come.
Yeah.
And I always told her, like I always told them, how could you attempt to do like that kind of things, like a cheating or scamming someone? Like it is, they said in, because they said like, oh, they're just like, I'm just, the reason is I'm just young. I wants to be like, I want to having fun more, something like that. But I always said, I've been like kind of age too, like, I don't think it's a good idea to like use someone for your own benefits. I can only like, instead you keep drinking and buying things to your Filipino boyfriend was dumb and don't have a job. Instead you do that, why don't you want to keep your money and save it for your future? And that's I said, like I can only tell them advice. But either do, it's up to them either they listen or not.
Yeah, you see this a lot. And I'm not saying everyone, but you see a lot of Filipino women here. They work call centers, wherever, malls, whatever. They're working, and the boyfriend ain't doing nothing. He ain't doing nothing. It's sad. Are province girls better than city girls?
Oh, they're the same. Believe me.
They're the same.
No,
Let's say they're the same.
it's all depends which, like sometimes you chase a wrong person, as I said, ever do province girl or city girl, because you know what, in my province is just so small. Even though in province I still heard a lot of stories over there that is so sad, which is matter of fact the person where we lived before, remember that person where we renting before, and the person right now, she used to have a husband, but either though even though they have a husband, she still also have a boyfriend that they call them like a cousin or a brother.
Mhm.
But that's what we always did. So, and the person we're talking about is she came from province also. So I don't think it's they have different between the province girl and the city girl.
Yeah. What's up, Joseph? Joseph in the house. Carry on, let carry on.
Oh, where should I go? EVT tour province girl are best? I don't know. It depends to the individual. It depends to the person. Doesn't mean like you're a city girl, you're bad. It doesn't mean you're a province girl, is you're bad. Because there's a lot of city girl use a scammer. There's a lot of province girl also is scammer. I know that from the fact.
Stop.
Ano daw? I met my girlfriend from another Aussie who is married to Filipino over there. Just met him in a sport bar watching footy, and he put me onto her. Samin pal.
Huh?
Samin.
I don't know. What's that?
Ah. He said I met my girlfriend from another OC. Oh, okay.
My girlfriend, another Aussie. Oh, Aussie. Yeah, you know what? A lot of times the best way to find a Filipino girlfriend, future wife, or whatever, is from another foreigner who's here or that knows a person. A lot of times that's the best way because that foreigner knows the person. They're here, they're living here, they're around the person all the time. They see the person, they talk to the person. That's a good way to find. You know, online, you know, you take a chance. You know, I'm not going to say it's right, it's wrong. I mean, for real, that's how I get over here. You know, from meeting people online. But yeah, that's a good way to find a girlfriend. My girlfriend was already in Canada as a OFW. Yeah, guys will find their girlfriend, future wife, or whatever because the girl's in OFW working somewhere. Yeah. Try going to a church. Yeah, yes and no. Yes and no, because we know people here that, they're out doing crazy stuff all week long, and then they go to mass on Sunday. So yes and no. Yeah.
Church.
My Filipino partner works as a nanny in Hong Kong. Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
Where are we at here? Mr.com. Don't choose wife from a bar or a massage parlor. You know what? Sometimes that's not always true, because I know people here that met their wife in a bar, and they've been married for a long, long time. So that's not always true. I mean, you hear people all the time, saying that, and that's not always true.
Some people, they always saying that, like, oh, burger is so good, burgers, but they always also understand that there's a lot also of foreigners come back this woman over the bar.
Yeah.
There's not like, it's not all the woman working in the bar is just user. Some of them, they're looking for a good like relationship. The problem is, a lot of them, they choose the wrong person and playing the words of like love. Oh, I like you very much. Do this, do that, do that. And then when they left, they just left the person pregnant. And then now what? The person was stuck with the person. And then if the nice person choose the wrong girl, and they will say, oh, they're just working in the bar, they're not good, they're not. No, it's not. Because for them it's like needs to be an equality. Like you can't just because what happened to him is what maybe he gets scammed with the wrong person, but a lot of 85% also foreigner come here in Angeles are scamming with the woman also. And sometimes a lot of them, they just make them pregnant, and then after that they just left.
Yeah.
You see, if you see in Angeles, there's a lot of half person don't have even father.
Living here and being around this area and seeing what goes on and hearing people talk and stuff here, there's a lot of scum. There's a lot of scum foreigners that come to Angeles City. A lot of scum, trust me. And there's a lot of scum here living here that are scum. For real. They are. They're trash and they're scum. And that's all I have to say about that. Yeah, I am probably 10% of the bar girls and 90% are not. People here are scamming people. Foreigners are scamming the girls. Girls are scamming the guys, but not all of them are here. Not all of them are here doing it. A lot of the bar girls are good girls with bad jobs. Yeah, that's true. And here's another thing. People think, when these guys go to the bars and they, see the girls and they want to pick up the girls and everything like that, the girl does not have to leave with the guy. They don't have to. It's not required. If a girl says, you know what? If a girl says, I don't want to leave with that guy, they don't have to. They don't have to.
Up to the woman.
It's up to the girl.
The woman like you, then they will close to you.
Just because a guy says, oh, I want to, leave with her, goes up to the mama, son, or whatever, says, I want to leave with her. They don't have to. So just because a girl's working there, they don't have to leave with the dude.
That some woman, like everything to them is about money, and everything to them it's like company, so they don't really care about. It's just like, come, go out now, later on come back. That's how it works over there. But I don't judge the way they are right now. Maybe because, as I said, like here in the Philippines, some person like me, I don't have a good job, I don't have a good school, and you think I don't have a good height. Now, if I go to SM, they don't hire me because they require the height either.
Right.
Then my age is not capable to work SM or something. Like I can only capable to work housemaid because I don't finish my school though. But when I go to United States, I can work very perfectly fine, and they don't discriminate my school then.
Yeah. Let's see where we're at here. Why live there? Can't own land, can't work, can't vote. You can always wrong. It's just me. Why live here? It's my choice to live here. It's where I like living. I love living here. United States will still be my country. I still love the United States. I disagree with a lot that's going on in the United States. But that's why I chose, that's why I live here. I live here.
That's the only this is places we can afford to live.
Yeah, I mean, I can afford to live here. Could I afford to live back in the United States with Louisa and Hannah? Sure. I could. But do I want to work every day, all the time, hours and hours and hours and hours and hours, my whole life, just to live and survive? I wasn't born with the silver spoon or the gold spoon in my mouth. I don't have a ton of money. I'm not rich. You don't see me running, caravanning all over the Philippines, living in high-rise condos. You don't see me doing that. I wasn't born with a silver spoon in my mouth. And you know what? I built a little retirement, and I said, you know what? I can live here in the Philippines, and we can live comfortably here, and that's why I choose to live here. Yes, I can't vote. So what? I can vote back in the United States. I can't own land. All right, I can't own land. Look can own land, but I can't own land. And the saying, if you get divorced, the Filipino will always get the land and get the house. That is not the case either.
You can have a pool with that one. Believe me, I have a lot of friends who get separated. They can't sell their house because that's between the husband and the wife.
Yeah, if you drank trust me, if you drank a good cold Red Horse, you would understand why you live there. Yeah, you know what? Until you come to the Philippines and experience the Philippines and the culture and the people and everything like that, you can't, in my opinion, you really you can't really say anything. That'd be like a foreigner talking bad about the United States or another country, but they've never been there. They're only seeing what they're reading in the papers. So I guess until you come here, you really can't really say anything about it, good or bad, until you come here.
Yeah.
Joe San Augustine, Brian, that's exactly the same reason why I'm moving to the Philippines when I retire from the active duty USAF. Got a month left till I'm Philippine bound, moving to Angeles City with a Filipino wife and son. Yeah. See, and he's a perfect example. You got guys that are military, they put in their time, they get out, and they leave the States, they come here. It happens a lot. There's a lot of retired military people here. You can retire here young. You can retire here at 40, 45, 50, and you can live perfectly fine here on the pension that you're receiving.
Really? How much does health insurance cost for expat in the Philippines? Brian is under my cover.
I have Lutz. I'm under Lutz Phil Health plan. Plus, I have insurance through my retirement plan that covers this over here also. To get like a separate insurance plan, I don't know. I never checked into it. Oh, where are we at here? Clyde Seaside, Brian, you just got lucky. You found a wonderful woman and you have a great life. You're right, Clyde. And you're right, Clyde. And you know what? There's many, 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 many other people out there just like me. Whether they live here, whether they're married here, whether they took their Filipino wife, went to their country. There's many, many, many stories. Like I said, you always hear about the horror stories because those people are screaming the loudest. This happened to me. This happened to me. My Filipino wife did this. My Filipino wife took this. She took me for that. Because they're screaming the loudest. They're the ones that are unhappy. They're the ones that are sticking the red pills and the blue pills and the green pills, you know, down their throat and screaming that all Filipino women are bad because it happened to them. But if you're happy, you don't need to scream because you're happy. Was I screaming?
Huh?
Was I screaming?
No.
Oh, I thought.
Oh, what you like, you know? It's happened to him too, right?
Well, yeah, it happened to me, but you know,
I don't see him like
you move
screaming.
on.
Yeah, that's life. It's gonna be.
Yeah,
What can you do?
sometimes you get burned. I got burnt. Look, got burnt. It just happens.
Well,
you move on.
When I got bored, I'm not gonna sit there and cry all my life. I need to start moving on my own path. Maybe like at the first time I said I choose the wrong person.
Right.
It doesn't mean like I choose the wrong person all the time. Maybe that's God's plan, you know. It's not for me. So that means I choose the wrong person to go with him. Diba? That's it. You know?
All right, guys, we're going to wrap this one up. It's been about 45 minutes now. Like I said, I keep it short. GR, how you doing, GR? I see you just came in, and we're leaving. So, anyways, guys, these are just our thoughts and my thoughts on it. You know, just you got the beauty girl out there who's all about herself. You got the good-hearted ones out there, and you got the gold diggers out there. Good luck with anybody who's out there right now, dating, online dating, whatever. Like I say, just take your time.
No need to rush.
Tom in the Philippines, how you doing, Tom? Don't rush. Take your time. Always come here and meet that person. Come here. Spend time with that person. Get to know that person. Go visit her family. Spend time around her. That is the only way you're going to know for sure. So, anyways, guys, we're going to wrap this one up. Look, anything to say?
Nothing. Thank you so much. Take your time. No need to rush for everything. Believe me.
Yeah. Joseph, if she asks for money, move on.
Exactly. Bye.
See you guys.
Next time.